it's Jasmine and welcome back. Today I have for you all a Q&A and I am so excited to be finally doing one of these. I feel like I haven't done one in literally forever and oh yes. And all my old ones are privated and I used to love filming Q&As, they're like my favourite ones to do. If you want to get involved in the next one then follow my Instagram and Snapchat as that's where I ask you guys questions. My Instagram's @thejoysofbeingjaz and my my Snapchat is JasmineElizabeth. So yeah, you can add me on those and then get involved next time. I must have spent at least 45 minutes going through everything and trying to pick and find out the popular ones which you guys definitely wanted to know, and like interesting ones and ones which weren't too invasive because you guys are personal. So yeah, let's just get started because I'm excited. So a question which surprisingly got asked a lot, I didn't think it would, was do you go to a private school? And yeah, I do. Like loads of you guys asked about that and I do actually get a few questions related to that. So yeah, I do. I go to a private school. The next question, which again was another popular one, was year 10 advice. So I'm thinking of doing, because of like how much this got asked, I'm thinking of doing a separate video dedicated to advice just for year 10. But I'm going to do that once I've been through year 11, because now that I've been through year 10 I know what I could have done better in year 9. So I feel like that'll be the same for year 11. So next year I'll do a year 10 advice, a year 7 advice and a year 11 advice, because those three get asked all the time even though I haven't even been through year 11. So yeah, but my main like piece of advice would be try and keep your notes up to date throughout the whole year so you don't have to do it like right at the end before exams, because it can take a while. And in your end of year exams, try as hard as you possibly can so you can get the most accurate representation of what you're capable of in that subject, so that then it can kind of, even if you don't do very well and you try your hardest and don't do very well, you know that you need to work on that subject and get more help. The next question is how to deal with fake friends and like fake friendship advice. And what I did when I experienced like fake friendship to like a very large scale, where like I felt like the whole friendship group, it just wasn't right, it wasn't working, there was a lot of fakeness and pettiness and bitchiness and just fake friends really. What I did and what worked so well for me, obviously everyone copes with things differently, I just cut off all ties with absolutely everybody. I just can't stand fake people. Like if you are my friend, you're my friend, you're not, like why would I want to be friends with someone who isn't really my friend? Like no. So what I did was, some people may say it's too extreme, but I just cut off everything. So one day I was like within that kind of squad or friendship group, and then the next I was gone. I was literally like not a part of any of their lives anymore. I blocked pretty much everybody on Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook. I didn't even make friends with people who were kind of like friends with them, because I didn't want to kind of be friends with people who were friends with them. Obviously it wasn't just fake friendship which was the issue, but I just didn't want to be friends with people who were semi-friends with them. You know, if they become closer in the future, what am I going to do, that kind of thing. So I literally, not intentionally, but I found a friendship group which was nothing like involved with any of them at all. Another question is, do you deal with body confidence issues? Of course. I feel like you'd be lying if you said that you did, whether you're a male, female, a young girl, like an adult. Every single person that I know has body confidence issues. There's always going to be something which you don't like. It might change every single day, but I don't believe that anybody is just 100% all the time, because I honestly don't think that anybody's perfect and anybody looks perfect, anybody's life is perfect. Like perfect is just an unachievable thing. So of course I struggle with body confidence. Some days I'm like more confident, the others I'm like, damn, like I need to sort myself out, I do not look good. But again, on the flip side, other days I'm like, do you know what, I'm really feeling myself, I like how I look today, this is making me look good. You know, wow. What you might like, someone else might love. What you might love, someone else might hate, and that's just life. Actually, quick side note, when I moved schools, that was when I, like during that first month or so, that was when I struggled the most with body confidence, as I wasn't comfortable around everybody yet. I didn't like know everyone. I was still making first impressions. Like compared to my old school, I went to school with no makeup on. Like I knew everyone, we was all friends, like it was chill. Everyone knew what everyone was like, what everyone looked like on their best days and worst days. Whereas when I started a new school, I was like, oh my god, look at all of these people, like everyone looks so fit and perfect and I don't. And I really struggled with it then, but now obviously becoming comfortable and getting to know everyone and like being secure in a friendship group, I don't know what I'm doing with my shoulders, I've kind of really settled in and kind of settled in within myself and like my personality as well as my body. Like yeah. The next question is kind of to do with that, and that is what is it like moving schools? Did you find it hard readjusting? And obviously in answer to that, yes, like moving schools, I found it so tough. And I'm a really confident person, like I have no issues with going up to someone. I don't really have any issues making friends. I just really struggled. And I think the main thing which I struggled with was because at my old school, I had like really good friends. Like my friendship group, we were so tight, we were such good best friends, and like it was just perfect. I legit just said nothing's perfect, but that was perfect. And our friendship group was just amazing. And then obviously moving schools away from that, I kind of didn't have that stability, that comfort to be able to just, you know, see them. I remember like every night I'd ring one of them on the way home from the bus and be like, I miss you, what happened, update me. You know, I'd FaceTime them all the time, and I really struggled with that aspect of it, like leaving my old friends behind and having to kind of make new friends. And it was almost kind of like difficult for me because I knew I had such good friends, and I kind of was like, I don't need to make friends, I've got good friends, they're just not here with me. And basically the advice what I would give to anybody who's starting a new school would be to just kind of stick at it, like join loads of clubs, get involved, not be confident, just be you. I just ran downstairs and ran back up and now I'm like dying. Oh my god, the next question is best way to make new friends. So I kind of touched on it in that question, but just kind of persevere with everything. You know, don't give up even if it's hard. Like if you're moving schools and kind of moving into an already established friendship group, then that can be difficult as everyone's got their best friends, everyone's settled, and you're coming in there and they don't necessarily need to make a new friend. If your school doesn't have like a seating plan, then sit next to people who you want to be friends with or like potentially be friends with, so that if you like work together you can kind of, you know, get to know each other a bit more. Be yourself, obviously that's a major one and it's an obvious one as well. What else? Join clubs, do things that you're interested in. If your school has, I don't know, sports club and you really like sport, join that. You'll find people who have a similar interest. If you really like drama, do the drama productions. You'll find people who again like the similar things that you do, and you're bound to get along. You've got already something in common. But yeah, just main advice, be you and just speak to people and just get to know everyone. That's what I did and it worked. The next question is quite an interesting one, and that is, why did you delete some of your old videos? So basically, when I first uploaded to YouTube and first started this channel, I was 13. The first video when I like restarted this channel, I think I only had like 200 subscribers, and that was from when I was younger and did like video styles and uploaded them and did like covers and stuff like that. I literally had like 200 subscribers, so it didn't really matter, and I didn't want to delete the channel and start again because at that time that was like a lot of subscribers and I didn't want to throw it all away. So I did my what I got for my birthday video, and that blew up considering I had like 200 subscribers. I don't know how many views it's on now, but yeah, so I've kept that up as also kind of like that's my first video. I kind of want to keep that up. And from then until now I've literally changed so much, I've matured so much. I have been through so much stuff within the last 3 years, like I'm 16 in less than 2 months, and I have been through like so much. Like I probably shouldn't say this, but my therapist always says to me, you have been through more than like 40-year-olds who I counsel, so I'm like, haha, I love that. But yeah, so I've been through a lot, so I've obviously matured, like my views have changed on things, you know, like my friends then compared to my friends now are completely different. I go to a completely different school, my attitude to things have changed. So how I act in videos like previously are completely different, and obviously I'm 13, I'm 3 years younger, I'm immature, I cringe myself out, you know. I feel like the only way people would understand would be, say, an Instagram. If you've got the same Instagram account that you did 3 or 4 years ago, you probably have, chances are, deleted a lot of the photos from when you was 13 and what you used to upload then compared to what you upload now. And that's just like YouTube. Any person at all in the world can click on my channel and watch any video that they want, and I didn't want them watching videos which I didn't like, so that's why I privated them. Next question, can you please explain your family situation? And again, I think I got asked this a couple of times. So basically, my parents split up when I was really young, and I've just kind of grown up with them separate. I have grown up not having parents together, so I don't miss out on anything. You can't miss what you've never had, so I don't miss out. I'm not like, oh, I wish it was different because I'd never known anything else. You mentioned in the question, and other people say this too, like when I used to vlog and upload vlogs. So about the holiday thing as well, I just don't really vlog holidays that are gone with my dad. I don't really vlog when I go to my dad's. I probably will in the future. And that's just because I don't. So obviously you guys have seen only what I've shown you, and that is like a holiday with my mum and stuff like that. And my dad just isn't on holiday with us. And also, just to make it clear, I have a younger sister and brother, and then I've got 2 older sisters as well, who are my dad's daughters. So yeah, I see them when I go to my dad's, or if we ever decide to do anything together. Again, I haven't vlogged them, so you guys don't know. The next question is, biggest heartbreak you've ever been through. So this isn't actually kind of to do with a boyfriend, as you'd probably expect. I've not really had my heart broken because I've not been that emotionally invested in a relationship yet. Like, I've only really had one properly serious relationship. I've not really had like properly bad breakups. I've only really had like one serious relationship. I've had a couple of others, but I only really class myself as having one serious relationship. But my biggest heartbreak that I've ever been through was probably when, like I spoke about earlier, that friendship group that I had, like when I just had to cut everything off. I didn't speak to any of them and now I don't. That is like the biggest heartbreak. Some of the girls in that group I couldn't care less, but some like I do and I am upset about. Like one of the girls I'd known since like being about 3, and you know, 3 to 13, that's like 10 years of being friends. And then obviously because she was part of that group I just had to cut it off. And that is like quite a big heartbreak because I'm like, we were friends for so long and then, you know, we just don't speak anymore, and that is quite upsetting. And that whole scenario and shebang which went on was really heartbreaking. Who'd have thought I'd have my heart broken by my friends? Not me. Next question, do you have a boyfriend? No, I don't. And another question is, what do you do when a boy doesn't like you back but likes your best friend? So first of all, I would say to your best friend, this guy likes you, I like him, and just put it out there and just say, you know, whether you want her to go there or not, and if she's your friend, she'll respect that. If you are fine with it, then just be like, you guys go and, you know, live your life, have fun. But if you're not comfortable with that, then say to your best friend and be like, I really like him, like I'm not comfortable if you guys pursue anything because I'd just be upset. So definitely tell your friend and be honest with your best friend because you don't want anything to come between you two. And then also just tell the guy and just be like, look, I know you like my best friend, but like I really like you. Just thought I'd put it out there, like I don't expect you to like me back or anything like that, as obviously I know that you like her, but I just thought I'd let you know because you never know. They might like you, they might just be saying they like your best friend so they can get closer to you. Or they've never looked at you in that way because they thought that you've never looked at them in that way. Oh, next question, have you ever been bullied? So someone who I know and who's very, very close to me has been bullied before, and that was like a very, very, very extreme case, like so extreme. And I feel like what I went through is just uncomparable, and I kind of feel a bit like guilty and like silly saying that I got bullied when what they went through was literally like horrendous, and like I don't know anybody who's been through a bullying issue as bad as that before. So when I say I've got bullied, I'm like, no I haven't, because it's not to the extent of that, but I know that that is like a major extreme. So quite commonly throughout this video I've talked about like being heartbroken over friends, having fake friends. So that friendship group, according to like my pastoral manager in year 8, she said that they were bullying me. So basically she kind of sat me down and said, got out this like bullying sheet and was like, do they do this? And I was like, yeah, but she didn't tell me it was a bullying sheet, so I didn't like do it like just to say I was bullied, but she just kind of sat me down, she had the sheet and she was like, do you mind just answering these questions and I'm just going to tick off and I'll tell you later. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I said, and she asked me a question and, and she was like, do they do this? And I was like, yeah. She's like, do they do this? I was like, yeah. And she went through and most of them was a yes, and she was like, they're actually bullying you, like that is bullying, that could go on their record now if you want them to have that on their record. And because I'm such a nice person and I didn't want to ruin their life, I was like, no, it's fine, just tell them to like stop it and then like it's fine. So yeah, I technically have been bullied before. And then the last question which got asked was, what's your dream job? I don't really class this as a dream job as it's a career path which I'm going down, you know. I kind of see it as, I'm not saying I can achieve it, but like that's what I'm going to do at university and stuff like that. I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a barrister, I think I want to go into commercial law and do that kind of thing, but obviously I've never had any commercial law lessons, I've never explored any other areas of the law, I've not really properly thoroughly looked into any other aspects of law, so I don't know, we'll just see where the universe takes me. But I guess like a proper dream job would be, I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, I'll leave it linked in the description, the Stacey Dooley investigations on BBC. Honestly, that is something that I would that is like a dream job of mine. I'd love to go into presenting, and that kind of thing to present is something that I'd love to do. I'm so invested into like political affairs and current affairs and just things like that, and she has done so many different investigations. She flew to, I think it was Iraq, and did one on ISIS, she's done one on Russia's war on women, she's done one on paedophilia. Like, those are the only 3 which I've watched, and I'm slowly ploughing through them all, but they are so interesting, and that is something that I'd absolutely love and adore to do. So yeah, but I don't really know how I'd get into that, so I'm just gonna go down the whole law path. So that's all the questions I'm going to answer today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then let me know by giving it a like. Don't forget to comment down below any video requests, any other questions that you have. You guys know the drill, let's have a chat. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.